Okay, hi, welcome to the Hoperation Fund meeting. So I'll just do a quick introduction right now. So the Hoperation Fund is a charity fund launched on May 18, 2023 that uses the flagship investment strategy of Data Legend Capital Management. So there's like three major phases. Phase number one, you donate the money. Phase number two, we manage the fund and you get to attend our monthly meetings to like gain some financial knowledge. And phase number three, you take back the original money and we donate the profits. I'm just gonna skip over these. Okay, now let's continue on to the fund management part of today's meeting. Here's a performance comparison of the Hoperation Fund against QQQ and SPY. So as you can see here, the Hoperation Fund has an estimated average annual compound rate of about 26%, while QQQ has a compound annual return rate of 18%. And SPY has a compound annual return rate of 13%. So note like SPY is note that the Hoperation Fund has like nearly 2 times the return rate of SPY. And so here's like a chart. So here's the money we received in May, and here's a list of the people who donated in June and in July. So thank you for your donations, and I assure you it will be worth it. So now let's continue on to our fund update. The return of the fund in July was about 3%. And from May 31st to July 31st, the fund's compound return is about 8.4%. So in July, the fund added the new positions INTU and MSCI, and we still had around 30% of cash to act like as a sort of hedge or for like further investing if there's a need. So here's a chart of the accumulated gains from the donators. So like here's a column of the original money they donated, the return in June, the return in July, the total return, and the profit to the profit from the original capital. So like these sums of money are for donating. Here's another chart. And yeah. Okay, now let's continue on to our market analysis. So here's a chart of the S&P 500 index seasonality patterns. So this chart basically shows like for each month over the past several decades, how like the return or the average return for that month. So as you can see here, over like these months, the return rate is usually pretty steady and increasing, but around August and September, on average, the S&P 500 index has some negative losses. So I'm just like noting this so that if you're planning on buying stocks or anything around this time, try to be more cautious and sometimes like conservative a little bit. I would also recommend hedging, like with some hedges of like the S&P 500 index or like popular stock indexes, for example, or like selling some of your stocks for cash and just letting the cash sit there. So that's kind of like a hedge. or buying some gold stocks. Yeah. So overall, this concludes today's meeting. Does anyone have any questions? Or does anyone want me to repeat the slide or anything? Okay, so are you guys good? Okay. Well, thank you for your time and see you next month. This is basically like the end of this month's like Hoperation Fund meeting. So thank you for your time and see you next time.